History teaches collapse as spectacle, burning cities, fallen capitals, defeated armies. But empires rarely end the way they are remembered. They end long before anyone notices. Collapse is not a moment, it is a condition. Empires do not disappear when they are defeated. They disappear when they can no longer control what they already possess. Control is the true currency of power. Territory without control is a liability. Influence without coordination is illusion. Expansion without management is decay. Every empire reaches a point where growth outpaces governance. At first, the signs are subtle. Decision-making slows. Information arrives late. Local authorities gain autonomy, not by rebellion, but by necessity. Distance becomes friction. The Roman Empire did not fall when barbarians entered Rome. It fell when Rome could no longer respond faster than its problems spread. Orders traveled too slowly. Resources arrived too late. Local commanders began improvising. Improvisation is survival in the short term, but fragmentation in the long term. The British Empire followed the same pattern. It controlled nearly a quarter of the world, but control was never absolute. It relied on shipping lanes, communication cables, financial institutions, and administrative trust. As costs rose and coordination weakened, control eroded. Not dramatically. Gradually. The empire did not lose colonies because it was weak. It lost them because managing them stopped making strategic sense. Control became expensive. Returns diminished. Commitments multiplied. This is the hidden limit of power. Empires collapse when the cost of control exceeds the value of control. Modern empires look different, but they obey the same logic. Today's power structures rely on systems rather than territories, supply chain financial networks, regulatory frameworks, digital infrastructure. Control now means coordination across complexity, and complexity is unforgiving. Every additional node introduces risk. Every dependency introduces vulnerability. When systems grow faster than oversight, control becomes symbolic. This is where decline begins. Not with enemies, but with overload. Modern power struggles are not fought over borders. They are fought over management capacity. Who can enforce rules consistently? Who can respond faster than disruption? Who can absorb shocks without fragmentation? Empires lose control when their systems become too interconnected to govern. A disruption in one region cascades globally. A local failure becomes systemic stress. This is why modern empires fear instability more than rivals. Rivals can be negotiated. Instability cannot. The illusion of control often persists long after reality shifts. Flags still fly. Institutions still operate. Statements still sound confident. But beneath the surface, coherence weakens. All empires suffer from delayed awareness. They mistake inertia for stability. They mistake habit for authority. By the time collapse becomes visible, control has already vanished. Distance plays a critical role. Physical distance once strained empires. Digital distance now does the same. Information overload replaces information scarcity. Decision-makers drown in data, but starve for clarity. Local actors exploit ambiguity. systems drift. Control requires simplicity. Empires create complexity. This contradiction is unavoidable. Attempts to centralize control often accelerate fragmentation. Attempts to decentralize dilute authority. There is no perfect balance, only temporary ones. Empires endure not by expanding endlessly, but by adapting continuously. The moment adaptation slows, decline accelerates. This is why empires rarely fall from attack. They fall from rigidity, from defending outdated systems, from preserving structures that no longer serve purpose, from mistaking legacy for legitimacy. Modern geopolitics is filled with states that appear dominant but struggle to coordinate internally. Their reach exceeds their grasp. Control becomes selective, priorities narrow, commitments quietly abandoned. This is not triage. Every empire eventually prioritizes survival over dominance, and in doing so, it signals decline. The most dangerous phase of an empire is not collapse, it is denial. Denial delays reform. Denial amplifies shocks. Denial invites miscalculation. History does not punish ambition. It punishes inflexibility. Empires that survive longest are those willing to shrink, influence to preserve control. Those unwilling to retreat lose everything. Collapse is not a failure of strength, it is a failure of management. And in the modern world, management is power.